You know, this is the second time now I've thought, oh, if only I had a cowboy hat. Welcome back to Everyday's Movie Ever. My name is Jess and I'm watching Everyday's Movie Ever. Today we have Mariah.
Hello.
She's back. And we are going to be talking about Toy Story 2. Toy Story 2 was a 1999 animated theatrical release, and I have covered so many members of the crew in previous videos, so I'm just going to list and link them down below, and we'll only cover the ones that haven't been covered. Supervising animators include Kyle Balda and Dylan Brown. Kyle Balda is best known for Minions, Despicable Me 3, The Mask, and The Lorax.
Dylan Brown is best known for The Incredibles, Ratatouille, A Bug's Life, and Finding Nemo.
The film is edited by Eddie or Edie Ichioka and David Ian Salter. Eddie or Edie is best known for Box Trolls, The English Patient, Godfather Part 3, and Over the Moon.
David Ian Salter is best known for Finding Nemo, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, Sponge Out of Water, and Ice Age Continental Drift.
Writers include the writing team Doug Chamberlain and Chris Webb. They are best known for Duckman, Bruno the Kid, Weird Science, and this. The film stars Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, Joan Cusack, Kelsey Grammer, Don Rickles, Jim Varney, John Ratzenberger, Wallace Shawn, Annie Potts, Wayne Knight, and Jodie Benson. I've covered everybody except Joan Cusack and Kelsey Grammer in previous videos. They'll be listed in the link to the description.
Joan Cusack plays Jessie, and she's best known for In and Out, Grosse Pointe Blank, Working Girl, and The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Kelsey Grammer plays Prospector and is best known for Cheers, Frasier, Transformers: Age of Extinction, and The Expendables 3.
When Pixar and Disney decided to do a sequel, they had absolutely nothing planned. They didn't even have a storyline.
They actually were originally planning for it to be a direct-to-video sequel, like Disney has done obviously so much in this past few years. And when the story reels proved really promising, they decided to upgrade it to a theatrical release.
Lasseter decided to make Woody a rare artifact, and that's what they centered the story around.
Jessie came to be because Lasseter's wife Nancy implored him to have a strong female character.
Many deleted scenes and ideas from the first Toy Story ended up finding their way into the second one. Things like Woody's nightmare, the squeaky toy, and Buzz's cartoon video game.
It was unclear if the official Pixar team would be the one to work on this because they were working on A Bug's Life. Before the film was upgraded to theatrical, back when it was direct-to-video, there was a smaller animation team working on it, and they worked alone away from the rest of the Pixar team.
They were able to use much newer technology to develop new camera angles and a cleaner, more advanced look, while still honoring the original film.
1997 was when they decided that they might want to take the film from direct-to-video to theatrical, and Disney was also upset with the producer Guggenheim, and they brought in Karen Jackson and Helene Plotkin to replace them, and then it officially became a theatrical release in 1998.
Lasseter came to direct once A Bug's Life was finished, and Lee and Ash also came at separate times to co-direct.
In 1998, they almost lost 90% of their work on the film because someone had accidentally deleted a core file when trying to clean out things. And the only reason they were saved was because a woman named Galen Sussman was home on maternity leave and was working from home and had copies. Amazing.
Pixar became unhappy with how the film was coming out. However, Disney refused to give them more time to make it the way they wanted. However, Pixar still decided to remake almost the entire film in 9 months.
This obviously proved incredibly stressful on the staff. They said almost a third of them had some kind of repetitive stress injury, and Pixar didn't expect them to work overtime. They didn't encourage long hours, but a lot of people did it anyway because they were trying to make the best movie they could, and it was to a point where like some person like came straight to work and totally forgot to drop their kid at daycare, and the kid was in the car.
The film had a $90 million budget and made $497.4 million in the box office.
It has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Roger Ebert gave it 3.5 stars. It was obviously very well received. It was nominated for Best Original Song for When She Loved Me and did not win, and it obviously has 2 theatrical sequels. I think I might have mentioned in the first Toy Story that I was never huge about these when I was younger, and it was 100% because of the sequel. And I hated Jessie. I don't know why. Watching it now, I think maybe it's because I was mad that she got so mad at him for wanting to go back to his house when he was kidnapped and taken there against his will. And I understand that she's coming from a place of, like, I was abandoned, so, like, how can your home life be so great? You should want to be with us. But when I was a kid, that did not register, and I was like, no, screw you! But I will say I remembered almost none of this. I remembered the prospector for some reason, and the entire movie I kept going, why do I not like him? I think it's because he's evil, but he's not doing anything evil. I knew. And then the only other part I remembered was the When She Loved Me sequence. Otherwise, I didn't remember anything, so it was a fun ride.
Yeah, I feel like there were some things I forgot, and for whatever reason, I kept thinking this movie was the one with the bear, the evil bear. That's the third one.
Number 3.
But I feel like those characters are the same.
The video game sequence right at the beginning, straight fire. I was obsessed with that because of all of the space homages to all the space movies. Like, they had the Star Wars homage later in the film with the I am your father.
Yep.
No! But they also had similar sounds in the video game to Star Wars, and then they also did a 2001 homage, and I'm pretty with the music, and they also, I think, did a couple other space movie homages, and I was just like, this is everything. I love that they're, like, homaging and hinting and, like, doing all that. I thought the video game was, and I was curious as to what it was. I didn't know if it was a video game or a show, an episode of the show or whatever. And then when it was Rex playing the game, I was like, amazing! I love that. The animation in this way better than the first one.
Yes,
I agree. Look so much better.
Yes, and you actually get to see Mom's face.
Yes. But like the
they
people
don't
in
look
general,
horrifying.
They don't. Right, I was gonna say they don't look like the stuff of nightmares.
So
like
cute.
Andy's like looks like a kid, and granted he looks like a very much computer generated 1999 kid, but not a horrifying 1992 child.
Yes.
And Al, Al definitely gives me Wayne Knight vibes. Like he looks kind of like Wayne Knight, which is Newman from Seinfeld.
Yes. Buzz makes like Tim Allen facial expressions. I don't know if you noticed that, but I was
did
just
not
like,
notice that.
oh my gosh.
Also in the beginning I noticed the Mickey watch clock is still on the wall. I had no idea Woody was stolen. I kept thinking as the movie began, I was like, how does he end? Like I know he ends up in the situation he ends up, but I thought it was like maybe similar to 4 where like he was trying to save someone and he ended up, which was kind of true. He was trying to save Wheezy. But like Andy's mom saved Woody and was like, that's not supposed to be down here. Like, she was like, no. And, like, he stole him.
Yes.
And I thought it was maybe, like, he got down there, and I was like, oh, okay. So, like, he gets down there on accident, and she lets him get sold.
Yes, that's what I thought, too.
But then when she was like, oh, no, and locked him away, I was like, yo, he steals Woody.
I completely forgot that, too. And I was just like, yo, Al's a thief.
I know, I was shook. I was like, he gets stolen? So then, that made me so mad when Woody chose to stay with them.
Yeah.
I felt like that was so out of Woody's character. Yes. But knowing that he does that in this makes, spoiler alert, makes his ending in the 4th one make more sense. But I had no recollection of him being like, oh, maybe I will stay with you guys. And I'm like, Woody, what the... You're his favorite toy! Yep. What are you doing? Like, I was genuinely so mad. Because I felt like, the whole first one, all he cares about is being Andy's favorite toy. So for him in the second one to be like, oh, yeah, maybe I'll stay here.
Yeah. I mean, but it also just goes to show, like, how cunning and conniving the prospector is, Stinky Pete. Like, just how he manipulates him. Did you forget that's his name?
Yes! I mean, he does do a very good job of manipulating. But I still feel like Jessie was treating Woody bad enough that I feel like Woody would have been like, no, I want to go home. Like, I appreciate that, like,
Yeah.
you guys want to do that, but I don't know you.
But I mean, also, I'm sure the fame and all that kind of stuff, you know.
I know, I'm sure that made him feel a lot more like Buzz, because Buzz was so, like, popular and famous
Right.
and stuff. But,
And
like,
he didn't know, so it's like this
he-
newfound fame.
Right. I agree with you. But I also find it, like, it just, I think on another level it made me mad because, like, not only was he willing to be like, okay, fine, I'll stay with you and leave Andy, but he also was willing to stay with them and leave all of his friends.
Right.
Like, he's literally the sheriff of their little toy group, and they're all, like, his friends. And granted, in the first movie, they were very quick to ditch him, thinking he killed Buzz, but, like, still, I don't know. But I think, like, I also have to remind myself that they are, like, children's toys, so maybe they're supposed to be a little bit more immature, like, children.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're getting a little philosophical about toys here.
I thought, like, all the little details were very cute.
Yes.
The way, you know, Bullseye is very much a puppy.
I
And
love Bullseye. I'm like, wow, we don't deserve him.
Yep, so cute. And then
Also, Ride Like the Wind Bullseye almost, like, is as good as Hi-Ho Silver.
yes, yay, he's back together. Like Andy's home early, and then
I don't want to play with you anymore. Boom.
the slow mo.
Like,
oh my god!
As it's slow mode, I was like, this is fake because I cannot handle it if it's real. I feel like this movie just, like, really solidified, like, I love Buzz and Woody's friendship. I think they're really cute. They're very good at, like, code leadership.
Yes.
I feel like. I think it's funny that Buzz was, like, semi-new, but is now in a leadership position. Like, Woody, like, basically, if Woody's not around, Buzz is like, I'm in charge! And then the fact that he's, like, you know, very much, like, Woody raced all over town to save me, we're saving him, and they're like, yeah, alright, fair enough.
Going back to, like, Jesse's storyline, she's so quick to be just so bitter because of her experience, and I get that. But at the same time, like, if she knew Andy, like, she would never feel that way, you know? If she were Andy's toy, like, she would feel loved again. And I think, like, that's what's so wonderful about, you know, toward the end of the movie, when Woody is like, you know, I'm gonna be here until whenever Andy's done.
Ready to be done with me.
Right.
Well, I love that you said she's quick to be bitter. But if you think about it, Woody trying to sell her on coming with him was pretty quick.
Yes.
Like, him being like, no, you should come with me. Andy would love you. He'd love to have a full squad of, like, the cowboy toys. Like, he would love... And the second he's like, he would love to play with you, she's like, he would? Like, not even like, no, I don't want to go. But, like, he would. He'd love to play with me, like, because I would come.
Right.
And so I love that. But then, like, when he goes to get her on the airplane and she's alone in the box and he opens it and she's, like, hugging her knees, I was like, that is so sad.
So
what the
sad.
frick?
Bullseye, able to run as fast as a plane.
Tom Hanks is singing?
Yes! Oh my gosh!
I was like, why aren't we talking about this?
Amazing. Oh, the guy who repaired Woody? I've always been convinced it's the same dude from the Aristocats. Boom-bier!
Yes, he asked an inappropriate joke that I was like, and it's when Jesse does the surf on the car to help the dog get out of the room. Buzz's wings pop.
Oh, yep.
And I was like, well, that's an insinuation.
Yes.
It was good. About, for me, as expected. It was right in line with the first one, I think. I think I like the first one better, just because it's the one I've seen more.
Sure.
I did like this one, though. I think this one was better animated, but that's more about money and technology and time versus, you know, talent. So, yeah, I liked it. It was good. About it. I didn't cry or anything.
No.
Surprisingly. When somebody loves
Yeah.
Sarah McLachlan is out here every time.
I think I do like it better than the first one. I like the introduction of, like, the new characters. You have Miss Potato Head, you have, you know, more of a role for the triple aliens.
Yes, they're talking about, like, what are you doing after this?
Yes, oh my gosh, the bloopers.
So good.
I love Jesse and Bullseye coming to the group, and, like, you're just having more character development with Woody and Bo Peep and all of them. Yeah. And so I really like that aspect of it, I think.
Agreed.
And again, the animation, I think, is better. So,
what would you rate it?
I said 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10? What should we do? Toys?
Buzz.
Oh my god, all the buzzes.
Yes.
Okay. I also have 8 buzzes out of 10. Our total movie count is. Parent.total and cry count are still the same. If you want to keep up with what movie I'm watching when, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, you'll find out what movie I'm watching when. You can't follow her on anything. But if you have Patreon, you can chat in Patreon and maybe see her. So, join Patreon. Join Patreon. I have a tier starting at $1 a month, and you do get benefits with that. So go check it out. Buy merch. We're both in merch.
Yes.
She's in the classic EDME. I'm in the original Parent. Ooh, I should not say original because no one knows I'm launching new Parent merch. So go buy merch. And that's everything. Until next time, comment, like, and subscribe. But I'm going to try to view ours, you do, and don't be an owl about it.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye now. Okay, can we stop smiling?
My cheeks hurt.